So I was looking to go to an HBCU. I wanted to be surrounded by my culture, my people. Definitely, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I came up here and I visited when I was younger, and coming back, it felt like I was at a home away from home. So it's just a different vibe here. It's a different culture.
When I first came on, I said, wow, this is just that wow. And it was almost like I felt like I should be here.
Yeah, I came to Maryland State in the fall of 1961. Coach Anderson was the head track coach here when I came, for whom I think the track is named after, or the stadium is named after. I am just amazed at how fortunate I was to have been on this campus and to learn what I learned here.
If I had to look overall at our campus experience, it was great. I met Jesse on this campus on October 3rd, 1959. He said UMES gave him his life and his wife. He struggled, not academically, he struggled mostly, economically. And he literally came down here with a duffel bag of a change of underwear, a pair of khakis, a shirt, and a windbreaker. He didn't even have a coat. But this was a chance for him to get an education.
My dad, he passed away like a month and 7 days before I was born. Growing up, me and my mom, she was my best friend. But as I gotten older, like into my adolescent stage and everything, she had gotten married and me and her husband wasn't seeing eye to eye. When I was the age of 16, I moved out of the care from my mom. I was living on my own for about a year until I moved in with my grandparents. That was kind of difficult, like trying to go to high school. I was walking 5 miles just to get to the train station to catch the 87.
My dad was a single father. My mother was around but not present, so it was kind of that hardship of like not having a two-parent household. But in the time of me getting here, my mom was sentenced to prison. My dad kind of faced a lot more hardship, so I'm chasing a dream that nobody in my family's ever even thought of.
We decided to make a difference in our students' lives in COVID by bringing them back early. The students were sharing with me that when we sent them home in March, some of our students had food insecurity, some of them were homeless. Some of our students was even transitioning into their gender identity, and they went home to places where the families didn't understand any of that. And as I said, it was very telling because they said, this is our safe place. We need to come back. So my students come to us, almost 90% of them are needing some kind of financial aid. As a first generation college student myself, I constantly worried about how am I gonna pay for this?
I started to see pieces of my story in the kids that I was teaching, challenges that they had to overcome, obstacles that they were facing. And I realized that the place that I was once sitting, I was now serving. I always say this, success on any level is preceded by supports on many levels. And so I am who I am today because of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, because of the professors, because of the support staff, the administration. They supported me to get my master's degree. I got certified here to teach. I became the 2019 Maryland State Teacher of the Year. Out of over 55,000 teachers in the state of Maryland, I was considered one of the best. It takes all of us, it takes funding, it takes generosity to be able to enable us to move forward, and I'm incredibly grateful for that.
Sports helped me get to college. I got a call from the head coach here at UMES, and he was like, I want you to come up, and I want you to be a part of the team. The only thing I wanted to know was, do you have psychology? And do you have housing for me? Because I cannot afford housing. I think by the grace of God, I picked this school.
If it wasn't for my financial support, I don't think that I would be here. I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to be here. I wouldn't be able to change my majors, pursue my dreams.
No, I would not be able to attend UMES without financial aid. I can focus actually on school and not have to worry about, okay, where's my next meal coming from? Am I going to be able to eat today? Do I have to pick between lunch and dinner today?
When I met with Ozzie Newsome, one of the people who provided me with the scholarship, after shaking his hand, I wanted to have that satisfaction 4 years later, shaking his hand again, just being able to say thank you for being able to provide me with the opportunity that is genuinely going to change my life.
I guess what I would tell people about UMES and HBCUs in general is that's our future. We have to sustain these institutions because these institutions have sustained us. As this university shows great success in terms of people, it adds value to your diploma. When I give to the endowments that we put together, I get the opportunity to see another student who may not have the financial resources to do it, have an opportunity to succeed in life. And the more we make people succeed in life, the better off everyone is here.
I'm very, very, very interested in giving back. That's been Jesse's legacy, and it is my legacy. I love UMES. Jesse loved UMES. He would have been proud of the Hawks, and he would have been proud of the Eagles.
I think Maryland State prepares you well for everything because everything you learn here is of value later on. So when I was in South Africa meeting with Thabo Mbeki, the second president of South Africa, and Nelson Mandela, the first president of South Africa, I at least knew something about international affairs and could deal with them.
I believe and I have the faith that I'm able to compete with anybody that I'm going up against in medical school. I really would like to thank UMES for that.
Something that I heard in church once was, if you have only the faith of a mustard seed, it's enough to grow anything. And I want to be able to plant those mustard seeds in people. I want to be able to provide people with opportunities.
Investing into UMES, you may not see the result right away, but know that you planted a seed and it's going to grow eventually. I think it's pulled something out of me that I've never seen before. Grit, relentlessness. I think it's just right place. And it all happened here at UMES.